Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to draft a princess dart off shoulder bustier. A lot of you have been asking me on how to go about this. Today's video is going to be the drafting part. In our next video we are going to be stitching it down together. So if this sounds like what you're interested to learn, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you to my new and my returning subscribers. So let's get into it. Welcome back again soulmates. So let's go ahead and draft out the pattern. The first thing to do is to rule out the starting line. So I'm going to just rule out my starting line like so. The starting line is going to serve as the shoulder line and my paper is on fold. Since we are making an off shoulder bustier, so we are going to subtract some inches at the top. You can subtract 6 inches. For me, I'm going to subtract 5 inches. Okay, so after subtracting the 5 inches, go down by 10 inches for my bust point. Then I'm also going to mark 8 inches. My armhole length is 7.5 because it's going to have a sleeve, so I'm going to add ½ inch to that, making 8 inches. Then I'm going to also mark 13 inches for my under bust, then 16.5 for my half length. To get the length of this blouse, what I'm going to do is to come down by 9 inches from the half length. Okay, so that is how long I want it to be. After marking that, I'm also going to still place the 5 inches at the top to get the total length of the top. So the total length of this top is going to be 25.5 inches. Okay, so I'm also going to mark all the points I have at this part. I'm going to mark it towards the center front like so. After marking it, I'm also going to connect the points together so that we can have straight lines. Come over to the top length and I'm going to mark 3.5 inches. So this is going to be the bust span. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 inches. Divided by 2, I got 3.5. I'm also going to mark it on the bust point line and I'm also going to label out my lines, okay, so that we will not be confused. Then after doing that, I'm going to connect the point together to have a straight line. The next thing I'm going to do is to mark 1 inch towards the center front like this. Then towards the side, I'm going to mark 1.5 inches. So the dart I'm taking out at the under bust is 2.5 inches. Okay, so 2.5 inches. So you can actually take this straight down to the top length. So for me, towards the center front at the top length, I'm going to subtract ½ inch. Then towards the side, I'm going to also subtract ½ inch, okay, so that I can have like a slant line. Hope you understand. So you can just keep it straight. So after doing that, I'm also going to connect my curves. So you can see how I connected the curve towards the center front. It's not so deep, okay, but it should be curvy, not straight. Okay, so towards the side, I'm going to make it more curvy. You can see I'm also going to highlight it with my marker just like this, okay, so that we all can see what we are working on. The next thing I'm going to do is to place the quarter of my bust measurement, which is 9. My bust measurement is 36, so I'm going to place the quarter of my bust measurement there. Then I'm going to add 2 inches stitching allowance, so you can add 1.5 inches stitching allowance. Okay, then towards the top, for us to get the neck width, what we are going to do is to add 1.5 inches to my bust span. Remember, my bust span is 3.5, so I'm going to add 1.5 inches to that, which is going to give me 5 inches. So I'm going to just mark that 5 inches there. Then I'm going to also connect with a curve from the armhole length up to that 5 inches, okay, like this. So this is going to serve as my armhole curve. You can see. Coming over to the under bust, I'm going to place the quarter of my under bust measurement right there. Then I'm going to replace the dart intake I have here, which is 2.5 inches. Okay, so just go ahead and replace the dart intake like so. Also at the waistline, I'm going to place the quarter of my waist measurement like so. Then I'm also going to replace the dart intake I have there. Okay, so make sure to measure it out. Then coming to the top length, place the quarter of your hip measurements right there and also measure out what you have for the dart intake at that part, okay? Then you have to replace it back like this, so you can see what I'm doing. So after doing this, remember we have not added our stitching allowance at this other parts. Coming to the armhole area, I'm going to take away 1/2 inch from the seam allowance I gave earlier, so I'm going to be left with 1.5 inches as the seam allowance. 1.5 inches is what I'm also going to be placing on the other lines, okay, on the under bust line, waistline, and the top length line. Then after doing that, go ahead and connect it like this, okay? So connect all the points together. Now coming over to this part, we are not making a normal bustier, okay? So if you're making a normal bustier, you just connect from the bust point all the way straight to this neck area at the top. Is to form our princess dart at this part, okay? Come down by 2.5 inches towards this curve area. Then I'm going to mark 1/2 inch at both sides of that point. That's 2.5 inches point. I hope you understand. So I'm just going to mark 1/2 inch there to create a dart, and I'm going to connect the curves like this, okay? So you can see what we are having. So just connect it this way. So after doing that, coming over to the shorter dart leg, I'm going to extend it by 1 inch. If you don't do this, you are going to actually have shortage at this part when stitching it down, okay? So this part is always shorter than the other parts. That is why we have to extend this by 1 inch. Remember the dart intake we took is 1 inch. So extend it by 1 inch, okay? You can also extend it more than 1 inch. Then when stitching, you can just actually trim it off if there is any excess. So I'm just going to alight it with my marker, okay, just like this. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to come over to the bottom part at the side. I'll go up by 2 inches. At this part, you can actually make any shape of your choice. This is a blouse, okay? So this is the shape I want at the bottom part. I'm just going to connect like this with a curve. So this is the shape I want my blouse to have. I just want it to be simple. Then coming to the side also, I'm going to reconnect this using my pattern master, okay, so that it can be straight and looking neat. To get the neck depth, what I'm going to do is to come down by 1.5 inches. So you can actually come down by 2 inches or more, depending on how exposed you want it to be, okay? But if you come down anything more than your chest area, that means your boobs is actually going to show out, okay? So for me, 1.5 inches is enough, and I'm going to just connect it like this. You can get any shape of the neckline you want. For me, I want it to be this way, okay? So this is a neckline I want. You can make a sweetheart neckline. Just choose any neckline you want and shape it out at that part, okay? So after doing that, this is what I'm having. You can see how it's looking like. The next thing now to do is to go ahead and cut this out. So guys, after cutting it out, this is what we are having. Remember, my paper is on fold, and when I open up the center front, this is what it's going to look like. You can see what we are having for the front. So we have 3 pieces for the front area. So this is how the off shoulder is looking like, looking so beautiful already. So you can see how everything is aligned together. So the next thing we are going to do now is to go ahead now and draft out the back pattern. So for the back pattern, I've gotten my fresh paper and I've also ruled out the starting line at the top. So remember, we subtracted 5 inches. So I'm also going to do the same for the back. Subtract 5 inches, mark out your armhole length. Whatever you do at the front, do it at the back. So I'm going to also input my half length. So this part is not going to have bust point and under bust. We don't need it at the back, okay? So also the top length, I'm also going to input it right there. Then I'm also going to mark out the point I have towards the side. I'm going to mark it towards the center back like so. After marking out the point, the next thing now to do is to go ahead and connect the points together to form a straight line. The next thing I'm going to do is to place my bust span measurement on the lines like so, the 3.5 inches. So I'm going to just place it right there. and I'm going to connect my points together like this so that I can have a straight line. The back is also going to have a dart, so what I'm going to do is to mark a hinge at both sides of this line towards the waistline like so, and I'm also going to create my dart. So the length of this dart is going to be at 5 inches. Okay, so that is how long I want the dart to be. Then towards the chest line area, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect my dart. So that is how high the dart should be. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is what we are having. What we are going to do next is to place the quarter of our waist measurement there, replace the dart intake of 1 inch at that part. Okay, coming over to the top length, place the quarter of your hip measurement there, and also add your stitching allowance. Okay, so also on the waist area, don't forget to add your stitching allowance. Remember, we added 1.5 inches stitching allowance towards the front area. At the chest line, place the quarter of your bust measurement there, and also add your stitching allowance. So after doing that, I will just connect the points like this using my pattern master. You can actually use your free hand in doing this. Okay, so after doing that, this is what we are having. The next thing now to do is to go up by 2 inches towards the side at the bottom part like this. Okay, then I'm going to just connect like this. So the shape I have at the front is also the shape I want to have at the back. Okay, so after doing that, I will just take my marker and I will highlight all the lines together like this so that it will be clear and visible. Now let's work on the waist area. To avoid any zipper bulge, what I'm going to do is to go in by ½ inch like this. Then I came down by 5 inches and also go up by 5 inches. So after doing that, I'm going to just connect it this way. This is to avoid any zipper bulge at that part. Okay, so when making a blouse, when making a straight gown without any joining at the half length area, this is what you must do to take away any zipper bulge. Okay, then after doing that, this is not all. The next thing we are going to do is to mark ½ inch at this part to create like a dart. Okay, so we are going to mark ½ inch at both sides of that line to create like a dart. Then I'm going to just rule out the dart so you can see what we are having now. Now I'm going to cut out the bottom part of the dart leg. Okay, just cut it out like this, cut it open. Then I'm going to place it on the other one, on the last one. You can see, just place it on top and hold it down with your sellotape, just like the way you see me doing like this. And you can see how curvy this part is looking like, and see how deep it is towards the waistline area. So the next thing now to do is to mark my neck width, which is 5 inches. Mark it out and connect your armhole curve just like this. So for the neck depth, you can actually leave it straight. So for me, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Okay, this is optional. Come down by 1 inch or ½ inch. I think I changed my mind. I came down by ½ inch. Okay, then I'm going to just connect this like so. So you can see. Remember, we have not added zip allowance. We are going to be adding that when we are cutting on our fabric. Okay, so this is how it's looking like after cutting it out. I'm just going to indicate it as the back and trim off any excess you have around any area of that part. So this is how it's looking like, and this is the front pattern. You can see how the front pattern is looking. You can see the back pattern also, how it came out. Whenever you are making a pattern, make sure the sides of the front and the back are actually the same. Okay, so we have come to the end of the drafting of this pattern. In our next tutorial, we'll be stitching it up for you guys to see how it's going to come out. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.